Success is created by doing the basics to a high standard consistently. Thibaut. My friends, each and every day we create our success by doing the basics. That is, charting these markets on a simple but effective chart to a high standard. And like we said, consistently. That is such a great definition of success. I hope you are applying it. Let's look at these charts today. We are finishing up Thursday in this shortened week, thanks to the Juneteenth holiday. Hope you enjoyed the special yesterday. If you've not listened to it yet, please do so. And we see stocks and bonds are down, gold and Bitcoin up. Let's look at the S&P 500 down just a little bit. You can see where it went down at the end of the day, popped up to a higher high in the morning. We look at the 2-day and the half-day. They're well above that weekly trend line. Trend is still up. Volume's not high, but it is the summertime trading zone with that adage, sell in May, go away, live to trade another day. A lot of the big money leaves the market in the summertime, making it more possible for there to be surges back and forth. Typically, it's a crazy, wacky, really no fun time of year to trade, but in this age of printing money backed by nothing, or really just changing decimal points on the balance sheet for the Fed, we just see stuff that is being pushed up in value by things that aren't. That is money made from nothing. Now, let's look at where we are on the NASDAQ 100. It's down 0.77%. This is the trade we initiated because we had a nice down candle, an interim low with higher than average volume, a flip around that is a weekly vertical crossover going from red to green with average volume on a spinning top. And things have just been beautiful ever since. Pulling back some, you can see that move came in the afternoon, and that's the first red candle we've seen since a doji back on the 10th of June, and we have to go all the way back to the end of May to have a real red down candle. So we are paying attention to that. We are still long the NASDAQ 100, and we will continue to watch, wait and see this latest 2-day candle finish drawing. The prior one hit a high of 486.86. This one 486.84. So right there at 2 cents apart. So again, just pretty much flat, and you can see that over that period of time where things went up and then went down and pretty much hovering around the same area. So again, long on the S&P, long on our trade on the NASDAQ 100. What about 20-year bonds? We're nowhere on this one. Didn't have any volume to back up us getting into a trade. Remember, volume confirms your price. Volume helps you see that the turnaround is real, such as the one we saw back on 20-year bonds in October of last year. Week beginning the 23rd, we had, and the week before that, we had things really cranking down. We had the interim low on the week beginning the 23rd of October, and then guess what? A green spinning top that next week with higher than average volume. Things kicked up quite beautifully for us. Does it work all the time? No, but it works so often. And again, as you employ the always winning method, as you're in there using your profit and loss bands and instituting the one-time ATR for your profit and your loss band, selling half your position when you hit that first profit band and letting the rest of it ride with the market's money to see how long it will go. It does work so many times. And again, it doesn't have to work every time. You just have to make sure that when it doesn't work, you close the bad trade. You again take that loss, you move forward, and you make profit after profit after profit. The trick to winning in the market is to minimize losses and maximize gains, and that's why we have things set up the way we do, to let our gains run and cut our losses. Best loss is always your first loss, or first loss is your best loss. You don't stay in a bad trade. Don't talk yourself into that. Don't let the emotions rule, or even worse, just sheer pride. What do we see going on 20-year bonds? They're down for that 8.67%. And again, not reaching the higher high in this latest move. I think that's right. We look at last week, 94.84, 94.60. So yeah, haven't hit a higher high yet. as we watch things. We're still above the weekly trend line on the 2-day, still above it on the half-day. You can just see where things are sliding along. Don't know where that's going. Don't have a feel for it at all. Low volume. Didn't have a crossover that we counted on, so we're just watching for something else to set up in time. Now, what's up with gold? Up 1.25%. It was the big gainer for the day, more than Bitcoin. We can see where gold, of course, second time it bounced off this purple ceiling here that we have found, has gone down for 3 weeks. Now we have a green spinning top. It'll be interesting to see what gold does on Friday. Will it have a big up day, a big down day? Will it just slip sideways? We do not know. This latest 2-day candle has finished drawing, and it has pushed through not a great trend line, but it's pushed through that trend line heading up. We can see we do have some volume there, almost up to the average. We'll see how things end at the end of this week. Of course, we have been keeping up with GDX. That is the gold miners. And of course, it was up for the day. But again, if we connected this latest candle here, you can see that even by doing that, we don't get this spinning top on the 2-day to go above. So again, half day has pushed above. So we'll pay attention as we move along and see, again, we had lots of volume when this move started. The volume's been decreasing. Friday may tell us a lot. So we'll keep an eye on gold miners and gold as we move into Friday. Lastly, we'll take a look at HODL, an up move. Not much of one when you look at the chart here. It looks like 2 dojis, but it was up 1.13%. Lots of indecision. Lots of volume yesterday. Tuesday. Forgive me if I'm saying yesterday because I know the market was closed when I said that. Please just reinterpret that as Tuesday, not yesterday, Wednesday with the closed market. But back on Tuesday, lots of volume in the afternoon when Bitcoin was dropping. We see it just sliding sideways. Now, of course, 24-hour-a-day Bitcoin did not stop trading yesterday. It continued to trade. And of course, we saw it pump up in the early morning hours on Thursday and then rotate over going down. It's up a mere 0.15% right now. So we'll keep an eye on it. As you guys know, I'm in the middle of a little short trade here on BITI, seeing if it's going to be able to make anything of that. Don't know where that's going. It's still in the green, just hanging on. We'll see if we have to pull that on Friday or if it's going to continue this attempt to bounce off the bottom. Again, you don't know until you practice trade it if it's going to work. And again, we're trying to employ some of the things we've learned with Bitcoin. I'll keep you posted on that. By the way, Patreon members, don't forget your weekly vertical crossovers will be emailed to you. Also, everything we do for our Patreon members is always uploaded first at the Patreon page, which our Patreon members at any of the 3 paid levels have access to everything that's posted there. So please, by all means, always check that out. Don't forget, when you become a Patreon member, first thing you get is Options Made Simple, the Charting Wealth Way. 3-part series. You want to learn about options. You want to learn how to practice trade options. We got it for you. Give it a chance. Give it a shot. God bless, my friends. All the best from the whole team at Charting Wealth World Headquarters.